the fact that they have so much reach, they retain their utility for much longer than other weapons because they have long reach, so you can't just walk out of the area of effect as easily. But strafing around someone still retains its effectiveness. But mechanically speaking, my guess would be that the entire meta is going to revolve around stacking enough movement speed that enemies can't hurt you. And once you do that, there's a limit to the sort of answers that you can do. Now, bear in mind, if fighters can actually stack enough agility that they can do the same thing, then fighters might just be in the same way that like a fighter is almost just a strictly superior ranger. They don't do quite as much damage with their ranged attacks, but a fighter does do pretty close because the base weapon damage of the ranger is so low. Because they have that minus 11%, and then their perks are getting closer. The headshot perk is the only thing that makes it so that rangers are better at archery than a fighter. I think a fighter will generally do more damage by a little bit with any given tool that they're using. Just because the penalty for using the off... I guess the ranger will do a tiny bit, like they'll probably do 1 or 2 more damage per shot anyway. Just because the difference between... So like the ranger's base strength is actually low enough that the penalty is higher than the penalty for a fighter equipped with a bow. The minus 10% penalty for the fighter is lower than the 11% penalty that the ranger has. So obviously that changes with gear, right? With gear and itemization. And it looks like spears are going to be... You're going to kind of just need to use a spear as a ranger, because they're actually quite good with it. Because the spear seems to be a pretty solid weapon type. But we'll see. A lot of it just comes down to what the meta ends up being regarding weapons. Weapons end up being actually useful and things like that. To be able to go east, which we can't do right now, so we should probably just go through.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, somebody else did it for us. Great. Oh, jeez. It's in range of the fireballs. There's an archer in there as well.
Cast your fucking spell! I goddamn dare you!
I'm dead.
Unless...
Oh shit, that was me.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, an enemy shot me in the head with a recurve.
Hello. Nice.